皆様聞いてくださいませ。私はミーヤ・ルーニャ・ティアンミュ。
ミーヤはまた噛んだ。その瞳は痛みのせいでほんのり潤んでいた。
今ので兵たちの心を掴んだ。
Okay, so episode number 11 with just one more episode left of Tearmoon Empire. And here's the thing, my friends. I don't think this episode was bad by any means. I think this was a good episode of Tearmoon Empire. But I have to tell you guys straight up, episode 11, for some reason, didn't hit with me. And I didn't quite enjoy episode 11 as much as I have mostly every other episode this season. I think there was like one episode I was like, meh, it was fine. But I think for the most part, I think this was like the most like meh episode. And here, let me tell you guys exactly why. And I was trying to think like, why didn't it hit for me? Like, why didn't I get like the enjoyment out of it? Why didn't I even get the chuckles out of Mia's, you know, antics and her responses to, you know, the events that are occurring around here? And here's the thing. I kind of solidified it down. Too many pauses. So typically, you know, we have certain events that have occurred, and Mia ends up coming in, and she was like, cookies, and they're like, the cookies of the 17th century past have come back again. That's exactly what she means. And typically, there's not so many pauses. And in this one, she was like, the rebellion's ridiculous. And then it takes like a while, and, you know, somebody else ends up filling in her sentence and stuff as like they're thinking. And there was just too many pauses. Even when 𝐒𝐚 did it as he was talking to, I forget what was it, Bernard or something like that. I think the rebellion leader's name was Bernard. I think that's what his name is. Even then he was thinking, and he was just inner monologuing of just like, blah, 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 blah. It was just taking forever. And I think it was that. I think it was too many pauses and too many things fell in place too nicely. And I don't necessarily mind that. You know, I've said many times that I think Mia is the Princess 𝐒𝐚𝐧𝐽𝐲, where she'll say something out of context and it'll be taken differently into meaning something grander, right? Like at the end of the episode, she was like, she said something to the effect of like, this is collusion. This is a plot. And they're like, oh, well, do you know where the count is being held? And somebody else comes in like, oh, let me finish that for you, Princess Mia, since you figured it out already. You know, it's like, okay, that I get. But then before that, like that whole section where she's talking to the troops and everything else, like, it just, I don't want to say it felt too perfect or it just felt off. Like, it just didn't do it for me. And then typically when Mia kind of has those really expressive moments of like, and ha, and ooh, and ah, you know, like when she has those moments, typically I really enjoy them, but I just felt like they were out of pace a little bit this episode. I don't know. I can't necessarily put my finger on like this the specificity around like why I didn't truly enjoy this episode. But like it just didn't hit. It just didn't feel right this episode, and like I didn't get a whole lot of enjoyment. I felt like it was slow. I felt like it took a lot for us to get there. I felt like it took a lot of pauses, you know, for the story to get put together. Like I just felt like it was just too many things that just kind of stacked over time. Now I'm hoping episode 12 actually gives us a little bit of insight on how Anne got here, how Ludwig got here, you know how you know. What's her name? 𝐿𝐴𝐚 got here. You know, like I hope we get a lot of backstory, but at the end of it, it's like, well, I also hope we don't get backstory because episode 12 is kind of like the amalgamation of this whole season. So it's like part of me is like, oh, I really hope we get that. But then the other part is like, well, I feel like we need one more episode. I feel like we need one more episode to get like all the backstory of how everything kind of accumulated to this one point we're in now. And then I feel like we need a 13th episode to actually be the end. So I don't know. That's kind of how I feel. It's just a weird episode. Again, it wasn't bad. If you liked it, awesome. You know what I mean? This is a fantastic anime. Tearmoon Empire is like, I think like the best new anime this season, in my opinion. Like it's awesome. but I don't think episode 11 was very good. So, at least in my opinion. So, anyways, let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comments below. I appreciate you guys being here. I'll see you guys next week for the final episode. Sorry for this video being late. Depending on when I'm recording this on on a Sunday. When I actually published it and get this edited, I don't know. Maybe Monday or Tuesday, you'll probably see this go up. Sorry for this being late. It's been kind of crazy with Pokemon over here on my gaming channel. So all my videos have been late on the anime channel. So forgive me. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Peace.